mountain's high peak. This is Arizona hockey. Hear the crowd shriek, the crash of the boards, a deafening sound. This is our house. This is our town. The Centennial Coyotes are ready to attack. Chaparrals, Firebirds, there's no turning back. The Corona Aztecs are carving up the ice. The desert fist of thunder is bringing the spice. A clash of the titans, a battle of might, skating like lightning in the desert night. We are the ice in the heart of the sand, the fire and ice that you can't contain. From the valley of the sun to the mountain's high peak, this is Arizona hockey. Hear the crowd shriek, the crash of the boards, a deafening sound. This is our house, this is our town.
Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to the Ice Den in Chandler, where we have the Campo Verde D2 Coyotes against the Pinnacle Pioneers. And we, both teams coming in. This is game number 3. We have the Coyotes coming in with 1 loss and 1 tie, and actually Pinnacle coming in with 1-0 record. So teams met in the preseason, ended up in a 4-4 tie, so we'll see what happens here today. Campo Verde in their home white. They are at the far end of the rink, and we have Pinnacle down here at the near side. For the fans in the crowd, it's Coyotes on the right side and Pinnacle on the left. Both teams going over to the bench area, and we'll be ready for, we got 15 minutes on the clock. Pioneer starters now coming out onto the center ice area, and we'll have the Campo Verde Coyotes out there shortly. Glad to have everybody along today. Hope you're having a good one. No, Campo Verde has a couple of players traveling, so not here today, but we're ready to play gets underway. And puck goes over to the far side, and Pinnacle picks it up in their own zone. They go cross ice, D to D, flip it up off the left boards. And Smith has it there just inside his own blue line. Now it's tipped out. We've got Mankey, Schickling, and Lopez up front for the Coyotes. Comes up to Schickling. He just missed it off the boards, and the Pioneers now taking it into behind their own goal. Coming out the right side. Over to the half boards. Tried to hit the man cutting through the middle. Picked up by Lopez. Right in the slot. Over to Schickling. Fires it right on, and there's no rebound there. Nice setup by the two players there. Get the goaltender moving, hopefully, but he was there, smothered the puck, and no rebound. Face off to the right of the Pinnacle goal. Back to Hiscott. Scott fires that. That deflects off a stick high over the glass and into the netting, and we'll have a face-off back to the right of the Pinnacle goal. Helvik's out with Guevara on his left, Bannon on his right. We've got Inganez and Hiscott back on D. Puck into the corner to the right of the Pinnacle goal. Peck gets stripped of the puck by Helvik. He has to wait for Guevara to clear. Gets it over to Bannon, coming in the right side. He ducks around his man. Oh, just missed Helvik in the slot. Puck comes back to Hiscott. He fires it. Tipped. Oh, just wide. Bannon off the goaltender. Comes back to Hiscott. Hiscott fires a low one in, and glove save. Good pressure by Coyotes here on this shift. 2 or 3 shots on goal in that last little sequence there. Good puck movement. Couple of deflections. Pinnacle is changing. Coyotes stay with the same line. Helvik in for the draw. Puck goes back into the corner. Rivera bumps his man. Helvik's with it. He's into the corner to the left of the goal. Bumps his man. Puck still in. Pinnacle now clears it up to center ice. And puck comes back to, oh, good forecheck there by Hiscott. Puck goes into the Pinnacle zone. They send it across ice to the weak side, in over the blue line. Hiscott checks that man, and puck goes in behind the goal. Tried to center it. Puck back to the right D, fires that in, that goes wide. Puck comes around the boards and out. Dan on the forecheck. Almost got there. Pinnacle now on the right side. That's deflected off Tanganelli's stick. And here comes Cavanis now on the right D side up at his own blue line. Lost it at center. Pinnacle now comes up with it. They got a man on the weak side. That's intercepted. Helvik's got it. He's out there with, fires it in. Rebound. Oh, dumps it over top of the goal. Puck comes back, fired in by Cavanis into the corner to the left of the goal. Cavanis keeps that back in. Pinnacle tries to clear it. That hits Dahlberg. Helvik bumps his man, knocks him down. Puck is loose along the boards. Puck comes back. Ewert with it, fires a shot right on, and puck is a little loose, but the goaltender covers it with his blocker, and we will have a face-off. Just over 12 minutes remaining here in period number 1. No score. Coyotes leading in shots 4-0. Face-off to the right of the Pinnacle goal. Lindsay's now out with Dahlberg. Dahlberg now has it in behind, goes short side. Lindsay has it in the left side. Sends it back to the point. Inganez, he keeps that in, backhands it in towards the middle. And here comes Pinnacle back the other way now. We got Dahlberg, Lindsay, and Tanganelli up front for the Coyotes. Oh, and that shot goes in. That might have been deflected right in front. Pinnacle gets on the board with their first shot.
Yeah, watching the replay of that was total deflection.
Face off at center. Inganez sends it up the right side. Fickling dumps it in. Inside the Pinnacle zone. Puck kept in. Mankey fires a blocker save. Puck comes out. Lopez in to pick up the rebound. He's got it in behind the net. Fickling to the right. Lopez on his backhand. He reverses. Looking for Mankey up high. Puck comes back to Hiscott. He steps in, top of the circle. Low shot just wide. Letty tips it into the corner. Quickling has it. Sends it back to Lopez. Lopez cuts into the middle. Back over to lefty. Cavanis cross ice to Hiscott. One-timer right in there. Puck is loose. Puck's under the goaltender, and they blow the whistle. Bodies go down, and that was a good chance there by the Coyotes, but kept out by Pinnacle goaltender.
Yeah, great defense by Pinnacle here.
Face-off coming up to the right of the Pinnacle goal. Helvik tried to get it back to Cavanis. That was intercepted. Here comes Pinnacle now over the blue line. They dump it in. Puck goes in behind the goal. Hiscott has it in behind. Tries to clear the zone. Kept in by the right D. High shot goes wide. Puck comes around the other side. Pinnacle back to left D. He just chips it around the boards and behind the goal. Cavanis chasing after it. And puck comes right out in front. Puck bouncing in the middle. Helvik now picks it up. He goes in behind the goal and tries to settle things down a little bit. Intercepted. Pinnacle fires that in just to the left of the goal. Another one right across the crease area. Pinnacle, good pressure here now on the Coyotes. Coyotes dump it over a stick down the ice. That's going to flutter all the way down for icing, and we'll have a face-off back in the Coyote zone.
Pretty fast game so far.
Yes, lots of good action. First of it was all down in the Pinnacle end. The last shift was back in the Coyote zone.
Mm-hmm.
Coyotes try to clear it out of the zone. Puck goes into Ewert into the corner to the left of the goal. Battle for the puck there. Pinnacle comes up with it. Backhand it, try to get it in front. They did, and Autumn Gip is there for the save.
Nice save. Looked like they were going 5-hole for that one. He was able to crouch down.
Carlisle in goal for Pinnacle. Face-off coming down in the Coyote zone, though, to the left of Gip. Puck goes in behind. Mankey won that drawback. Schickling up the left side just past Lopez. He dumps it off the boards and out. Puck in the center ice area. Mankey drops it off to Lopez, and puck was bouncing at the blue line, and we have an offside. Mankey, Schickling, and Lopez up front for the Coyotes. Smith and Ewert back on D. Face-off coming out just outside the Pinnacle blue line, just outside their bench area. Puck comes back to Smith, sends it across ice for Ewert. Ewert regrouping in his own zone. Across ice to Smith. Smith tried to get Mankey with it. He tripped over the red line, and we will have icing. Face-off coming back into the Coyote zone to the right of Autumn Gip.
Pesky red line. They keep making it slippery.
Somebody threw a banana peel out there, I think. Back to the lefty. Letty tries to put it through legs. Didn't make it. Lopez now backhands it around behind his own goal. Cavanis is going to pick Mankey actually as well. Pinnacle now in behind. Still keeping it in. Right into the slot area. Puck is deflected. The puck is on the feet. Mankey now comes up with it. Off the boards and out. Lopez with it. Forwards it to Schickling. Puck goes into the corner. Plays onside. Mankey bumps his man in the half boards area, and Pinnacle now clears their zone. Coming up through center, up over the line. Good poke check there by Hiscott. Puck goes back into the corner. Schickling has it there. Backhands it around. And Lopez sends it up through the middle. Schickling got over the blue line. Now Pinnacle has it at their own blue line. Send the puck up through the middle. Here comes Letty over the blue line on the left side, top of the circle. Blocker save, Gip. Puck goes into the left corner. Up and behind the goal. Lopez has it on the half boards. He sends it around the other way. Hiscott has to chase after it. Puck right in front. Intercepted. Nice block there by Smith. Puck goes in behind the goal. Pinnacle with it. They have a man in front. Helvik comes in to help. Puck comes back to Lopez down the left side, up over his own blue line. Chips it off the boards. He's chasing after it. Got a man right on him. The puck dug out by Helvik. And puck now comes up by Pinnacle now. Up through center, up over the blue line. And over the line. Cut through the middle. Bannon got a piece of that and chipped it out. He's on the forecheck now. He gets held up. No call there. Bad angle shot. Pad save. Line mates are changing. Roop now with it. Comes up the left side off the boards. That goes back into the zoning and is after it. He fires it up off the boards to Bannon. Bannon now cutting across. Sends it over to Helvik. Helvik has it up through center. Just past Guevara. And Pinnacle now picks it up, regrouping in their own zone. Going in behind the goal with it. There's Burt. Guevara forechecking there. Good work by Guevara. Helvik in there as well. Inkenez chips in. Helvik sends it around behind the goal. Guevara goes after it. He gets bounced. Pinnacle now flips it up. Puck in the corner. And Pinnacle tries to clear it. Intercepted. Oh, Helvik almost had a nice opportunity there. Pinnacle was able to clear it. Inkenez now with it back at his own blue line. Up to Ewert. Ewert coming down the left side. Top of the circle. Fires it in, and that goes off the stick of a Pinnacle player high over the glass and into the netting. 6.5 minutes remaining here, first period. Pinnacle leading 1-0. Coyotes with a change of players. Lindsay in, take the draw. Here comes Pinnacle now with it. Puck rolling up through center. Puck goes over to the far side, and Lindsay picks it up at his own blue line. Goes over to the right side. Dahlberg now with it, chips it up to the blue line. Pinnacle clears it into center ice. And they now go back, retreat into their own zone. Try to go hit the man on the weak side. Lindsay intercepted. Now Pinnacle picks it up again. Coming in the left side. Fired in just wide of the goal. Tanganelli has it now. Oh, almost cleared it, but not out. Cavaness has to chase it back. Cavaness back. Sends it around the boards over to Dahlberg. Dahlberg now. Tried to hit Tanganelli with it. That just missed. Pinnacle tried to send it in deep. That was a weak shot. And now puck is back out through center ice. Tanganelli on the forecheck. Goes off his stick. Picked up by Lindsay. He's onside. Top of the circle. Fires it in. Glove save by Carlisle. And both teams are going to take this opportunity to change players. We'll have a face-off to the right of Carlisle on the Pinnacle goal. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Mankey gets it back to Hiscott. Hiscott goes across to Ewert. Ewert misfires. Puck goes into the right corner. Comes out to Lopez. He's got it on his backhand. Cuts through the middle. Circles back. Puck back to Ewert. He fires it in. Blocked in front. Here comes Letty now for Pinnacle. Puts it up onto the right side. Hiscott trying to check his man there. Puck goes in behind. Puck bounces high. Mankey gloves it down to a stick. Dumps it back over to Ewert. And he sends a cross ice pass, trying to hit Strickling with it. Puck bounces. Puck goes over to the half boards. Strickling digs it out of the corner. He's got Mankey in front. Tried to get it to him. That's intercepted. Puck goes back into the corner. Puck comes around now to the left of the Pinnacle goal. They try and clear it on the half boards. Kept in by Ewert. That goes off a leg. Letty gets it and fires it. Puck rolling all the way down. That's going to go right on goal as Gipp settles that down and sends it over to the right side. Play a little scrambly. Now it comes up the left side out over the zone. And Pinnacle now over on their left side, turning at their own blue line up through the middle. Over the blue line, and Hiscott goes wide. Puck goes high into the corner to the right. Helvig now picks it up there. Reverses it over to Ewert. Ewert goes cross ice. Tried to hit Guevara with it. Puck goes right into the Carlisle. He chips it out into the center ice area. Into the middle. And puck now just over the blue line. Pinnacle sends it back into behind the goal of Gipp. And Ingen is going after it there. Guevara tried to clear the zone. Puck now just inside. Pinnacle coming in on their right. Cavaness after him. Puck in behind the goal. Cavaness goes down. And here comes Helvig now with it. Stick handling up through the middle, up through center. Coming in on the right side. Goes around his man. He gets bodied off. Bannon's right there. He gets a shot right on goal. And the goaltender Carlisle picks that up there. We have a penalty coming up to Pinnacle, I believe. Let's see what the call is. I believe it'll be holding.
Let's see if I can
hooking,
see that.
either one.
Well, maybe it was behind the play.
It was either on the player checking Helvig, or there was somebody all over Bannon as well. So Coyotes have the power play. Puck comes around Cavaness on the half board. Puck kept in. Ingenez fires that in just to the left of the goal. Dahlberg now over there. He gets it. Lindsay follows in behind. Tanganelli out in front. Lindsay over to the right side, circling around on the half boards. Looking for an open man. For shooting, back blocker saved. Dahlberg picks it up. Tries to go shorthand. Puck right in front. Fires it. Toe save. Lindsay on the rebound. Puck goes over to the half boards. And Gildersleeve clears that down the ice. And a minute and a half remaining here in the first penalty. Dahlberg tried to pick it up on the right side. He can't. Here comes Pinnacle now. Top of the circle to the left of the goal. Cutting through the middle. Puck goes in behind the goal. Pinnacle still has it in behind. And now here come the Coyotes with it. Puck goes up to Dahlberg. He couldn't handle it. Puck goes back in behind Gipp. Going over to the left side where Cavaness picks it up. Cavaness says Tanganelli up the left side. That pass was missed. And puck now back. Cavaness chasing it again. Back in behind his own goal. Coyotes changing players. Lopez sends it in behind. Ewert now with it. Here comes Ewert coming up the right side, cutting through the middle now. Up over the blue line. He loses an edge, goes down. Yankee bumps his man. Ewert right in front. Oh, just missed Lopez. Trickling now with it. He's on his backhand. Centered it right across the goal crease. Ewert chips it into the corner. Mankey after it there. Lopez comes in as well. Puck still in the corner. Lopez is down. Puck is underneath him. Now he gets up. Mankey chips it back to the point. Back a return pass. Just goes wide. Strickling after it. Strickling, top of the circle. Fires a shot in. That hit Lopez. Back to Mankey. Right on. That goes just wide. And the net is off, so we will have a face-off. Coming up in the Pinnacle zone. They were able to kill that penalty off. And they are leading with just over a minute remaining here in the first period. Pinnacle leading 1-0. Coyotes out shooting them, set 10-6. That last penalty was to number 16, McGuire. Puck back to Hiscott. He dumps it in the corner, goes around the other side. Bannon picks it up there, chips it back to Ewert. Ewert sends it back into the corner. Puck bounces off the boards. Guevara now picks it up, tips it over to Helvig in behind. Helvig trying to dig the puck out of the corner. Puck goes back in behind. 1 minute remaining here in period one. Puck kept in. Helvig now with it on his backhand. Tried to chip it across for Hiscott. That was intercepted. Now Hiscott retrieves it at his own blue line. Hits Bannon coming through the middle. He got poke checked off to Helvig. Helvig tried to return it. That hit a skate. Pinnacle now has it at their own blue line. 37 seconds remaining in the period. They dump it in over the line. Ewert takes his man into the bench area. And with 32 seconds remaining, we will have a face-off just outside the Coyote blue line to the right of Gip in goal, just outside the bench. And we have another face-off. That again in the same spot.
Just a bad drop?
Comes into the Coyote zone. Smith bounces it off the boards just out of Tanganelli's reach. Pinnacle dumps it in behind the goal, off the back of the goal. Now they come out the right side. 17 seconds remaining in the period. Pinnacle coming up through center. They dump it in to the zone. Puck now goes in behind. Dahlberg after it there. He's coming up the right side. 5 seconds remaining. Tried to hit Tanganelli with it, just out of his reach. And that's the end of period one. So we'll be back with period two. Pinnacle with the 1-0 lead in just a moment. We are getting ready for period number two. Pinnacle had the only goal of the period. That was by number 72, Brad Taylor from Letty. Both teams at full strength as we start period number 2. Cavanis has it in behind, sends it around over to Lopez on the left side. Mankey now puts it up, cuts through the middle, gets it over to Schickling. Schickling at center, tries to return it back to Mankey. He does. He backhands it just to the right of the goal. And here comes Pinnacle now, exiting their own zone, coming up their right side. Dump it into the corner to the right of Gip. Smith in there, retrieves it. Off the glass, kept in, puck bouncing. That's chipped out by Mankey. Here he comes down the right side over the blue line. He's got Lopez trailing, fires it in. Puck is loose. Gets a back at it.
It's crossed the line.
Did it?
It crossed the
I can't
line.
tell from here.
Let's see if they count it.
Referee waves his arms off. But boy, I tell you, didn't seem the goaltender Carlisle knew exactly where it was.
Yeah, if you watch this, watch it slip under him, and then I cut back. See if I caught it right there. Come on, guys, let him
There's
use
a
the
break
replay.
there for Carlisle. Face-off coming up to the left of the Pinnacle goal. Guerrero goes in after behind the goal, going over to the right side. Pinnacle now up through the middle. Puck bounces into the zone. Ewert there picks it up. Down goes the Pinnacle player. Ewert now coming up the left side. Over his own blue line. Against speed, dodges the player. Goes into the corner now. Has it in behind. Pinnacle tries to clear it. Ewert dumps it over to Hiscott. Hiscott high fires it right in. Pad save, and Carlisle's able to pick that one up.
Yeah, team's going to go back and watch that one again and kick themselves for not somehow convincing the refs.
Lindsay in for the draw. Face off to the right of Carlisle on the goal for Pinnacle. Lindsay out there with Tanganelli. Lindsay has it. Fires it in just over the goal. Pinnacle clears it. Just gets past Smith there at the blue line. He dumps it in. Player's clear. And now Pinnacle go reverse it back behind the goal. Alberg in there fighting for it. Tanganelli hits Lindsay with it. Lindsay on his backhand. Still got it. Sends it in. Fired across by Ewert. Alberg tried to tip that one in. Pinnacle now with it on the half boards, trying to exit their own zone. They do. They send it down the ice, and no, not quite enough on it for icing. Smith picks it up, coming up the right side now, up over his own blue line. Dumps it off the boards. Lindsay sends it back to Ewert. Ewert returns it off to Lindsay. Lindsay cross ice, hits Mankey with it. He gets a low shot in. Puck deflected into the corner by Carlisle. Lindsay with it. Tried to hit Mankey with the return pass. He still got it. Lindsay. It's over to Lopez. Lopez, oh, he lost an edge. Here comes Pinnacle now. 3-on-2. Down the right side of Gip. Ewert bounces his man there. Mankey comes in to help. Ewert kicks it back over to the boards. Puck is still in the zone, though. Lopez in to help as well. Ikenez back on D. Ewert now moves back into a defensive position. Now puck finally gets clear, and Pinnacle clears it at their own blue line. Pinnacle now with it at center ice. 11.5 minutes remaining, period 2. Pinnacle fires it in. Gip snags that one with the glove, and she's going to hold on for a face-off. There's a lot of action just inside the Coyote blue line on the right boards there. Finally, the puck came loose. Both teams changing players. Face-off coming up to the left of Gip. Elvik in with Guevara and Bannon. Inganez and Cavanis back on D. Puck fired by Pinnacle, goes across into the corner. Ingen is battling for the puck there. Kicks it up along the boards. Another big scrum here. Helvik comes up with it. He's going to go almost behind the goal. Got Guevara on the left side. Dumps it off to Guevara. Guevara now up over his own blue line, up through the middle, up across center. Drops it back to Ben, and Ben on top of the circle fires it in right on, and Carlisle gloves that one. Good work by Guevara, carrying the puck up, cross ice. Dropped it for Bannon, who was trailing, and he was able to get the shot on goal.
Hey, good situational awareness across the board.
Yep. Comes over to the left side. Smith bounces his man. Puck goes into the corner. Puck along the half boards. Dumped into the corner by Smith. Picked up by Pinnacle. Pinnacle coming up their left side. Cut it through the middle. Helvik picks it up there. He's got it on his backhand. And Pinnacle now picks it up. Here they come, down through center. Hiscott is back. Nice poke check there. I've noticed in the first few games, Hiscott gets some really good poke checks.
We lose the puck?
I think Gip has it.
Does she? Oh.
It rolled up a sleeve or something. There it is. I wasn't quite sure where it was. It just kind of went into her, and then there was no rebound, and she had a little trouble finding it as well. Pinnacle gets the draw back to Liddy at the point. Tries to cut through the middle, picked up by Tanganelli. Hits Lindsay with it at the blue line. Lindsay now up through center. Over the line. Pinnacle picks it up. Now they're going to come back out. Oh, Tanganelli gets knocked down. Puck still in the zone. Now it clears. Comes Pinnacle down there, right side, and on Hiscott. Tanganelli gets a stick on that. Puck bouncing, and he gets it just to the blue line. Not quite out. Good keep there. Here comes Pinnacle down the right side. Oh, nice poke check there by Hiscott. Oh, shot in. Puck bounces right in behind Gip. Oh, puck kept out. Here's the rebound. She just lay on it. There we go. She's got it. Gip made the original save. Puck bounced high, and she lost sight of it, and it landed in behind her.
Well, it popped over.
Yeah. That's where the teammates come in to help, and they tried to clear it, but it hit a leg, and next thing you knew, the puck was coming right back at her. Face off to the right. Comes back to Pinnacle, fires it just wide. Puck hits the back of the goal. Ewert with it. Ewert sends it over to Schickling. Schickling, he can't clear it. Back into Ewert. Ewert to the left of the goal. He hits Mankey with it. Just up over his own blue line. Up over to Lopez. Lopez over the line. Return to Mankey. Backhand over. Tried to hit Schickling with it. That failed to connect. Schickling comes up with it. Backhander. Puck kept in by Cavanis. Oh, right into... Oh, Schickling off the pipe. Good chance there. As Pinnacle is having trouble clearing it. Mankey dodges a hit. Pinnacle picks up the puck, though. And it looks like we're having two go here. Perhaps one aside. Schickling's going off.
I'm going to see if I caught what was going on. I think there was still some... I don't know.
So we will have 5-on-5 as it's coincidentals. Face off. Coming just outside the Coyote blue line. Helvik in for the draw. Guevara on the left, Bannon on the right. Is dropped.
Roughing minor.
Was it both roughing? Anyway, Pinnacle with it, cutting through the middle.
Yeah.
Try and catch up on that one. Rivera now dumps it over the line. Helvik. Cross ice, off Bannon skates. He gets bumped into the boards. Pinnacle clears a rolling puck to the left of Gipp. Cavanis picks it up there. Over to Ewert. Ewert tried to dump it out. Helvik lost it. Fires it. Good save by Gipp. Rebound. That goes just wide. Puck in the corner to the left of Gipp. Guevara battling for it. Puck goes back into the corner. Helvik picks it up. Comes at the right side. That goes off a leg. Pinnacle now with it over to the right D. Moves into the circle. Fires it. That just missed. That was a good opportunity. Puck rolling all the way down into the Pinnacle zone to the left of Carlisle. And here comes Pinnacle now. Bannon back on D. 2-on-1. They fired it over on the far side. Dahlberg picks it up. He's battling for the puck. Dahlberg now reverses it back to Ewert. Ewert back in his own zone, goes behind his goal. 7.5 minutes remaining here in period 2. Pinnacle leading 1-0. That pass for Bannon missed. Ewert now with it. Dumps it off the boards. He chips it back over on the left side. Bannon now coming up over blue line. Coming in on the left side. Cuts back in. Dumps it off to Helvik. Helvik tried to return it, and that was intercepted. Hiscott now with it at his own blue line. He's charging down the right side over the blue line now. Helvik trailing. Hiscott trying to cut in, forced in behind. Comes out the other side. Backhander across. Hits Inganez from the right point. Pad save. Goes into the corner of Helvik. Back to Inganez. Inganez, who's got it. He slaps a high one. That goes right into Carlisle's glove. And he will hold on to that for a face-off to his left. Just under 7 minutes remaining here, period number 2. Pinnacle leading 1-0. Yeah, so there was two roughing calls there. One to Gangard for Pinnacle and Schickling for the Coyotes. Dahlberg flips it into the zone. Puck comes back to center ice area. Inganez fires it in. Dahlberg clears the zone. Pinnacle goes cross ice. Puck is still in the Pinnacle zone. Tanganelli helps out there, gets it deep. Puck goes high over to the far side. Inganez goes all the way into the corner. Keep that play alive. And Pinnacle now comes with it. They come out there right side. Try to hit a man through the middle, and that just clears the zone. Lindsay was back covering. Coyotes have to clear the zone. Now they do, and Pinnacle has it coming out the right side. Off the half boards, intercepted by Tanganelli. Puck shot by Mankey just wide. Puck in behind the goal. Pinnacle still can't clear it. Mankey bumps his man. Now they do. Comes Pinnacle now. They dump it into the zone to the right of Gipp. Hiscott picks it up there. Comes out the left side. That bounces off the player.
It bounced off the bench?
There was a player trying to get off, and it bounced off him as he was trying to get off. And we will have a face-off outside the Coyote blue line, just outside the Pinnacle bench area. Pinnacle now with it, regrouping. Letty now with it. He sends it all the way down. This will be icing as Smith chases it down for the Coyotes. 5.5 minutes remaining, period number 2. Pinnacle leading 1-0. Face-off coming up to the left of Carlisle. Mankey's out with Schickling and Lopez. Schickling at the top of the circle. Cavanis and Smith back on D. Puck goes into the corner. Smith gets just past his stick out through center. He's got a man on. Dumps it on the half boards over to Mankey. Mankey sends it in. Puck goes in behind the goal. And Pinnacle now picks it up in the right corner. Send it up on the half boards. And now down through center ice area. Smith now has it in his own zone. Got a man hot on him. He's able to clear the zone. Mankey lost it in his skates. Lopez picks it up though. He's got Schickling trailing. Lopez fires it in. Comes across. Pinnacle picks it up there. They send it off over to the weak side. Smith bounces his man there. Good takeout. Schickling now with it. Off the boards, off the back of the goal. Schickling with it. Sends it up just out of Lopez's reach. Hit the referee, I believe. And now Pinnacle regrouping back in their own zone. From the right side, Lopez forechecking. Puck gets cleared. Hankey comes in to help. And we have a penalty coming up here. It's like the Coyotes are picking up one here. Schickling going in. I didn't see the sign. Wasn't expecting it. We'll catch that one here in just a moment. So Pinnacle on the power play with 4.5 minutes remaining here, period 2. They are leading 1-0 and on the power play. Back to the right D. Helvik after him. He steals the puck, gets it over the blue line. 2-on-2 here. Helvik cuts into the middle. Bannon also up on the forecheck. Puck goes in behind the goal. High sticking penalty on Schickling. Comes Pinnacle over the line. Forced into the corner. Clears it over to Ewert. Ewert off the boards and out. Good clear there. Off the glass, down the ice. And Helvik's on the forecheck there. Pinnacle now with it. Inside behind their own goal. Minute 14 remaining in the power play. Pinnacle coming in on the right side. Scott chips it on the boards. Helvik in to help. Pinnacle has it clear right in the front. He scores right over to Gagnon, who was open, and no chance there for Gip on that one. And with a minute remaining, Pinnacle gets a power play goal, and they are leading now 2-0. With Schickling off for high sticking. Lindsay's out now with Dahlberg and Tanglanetti. Inganez and Cavanis back on D. Face off. Comes Pinnacle. Cavanis moves his man out. Goes back to Letty. Fires it on. Right in front. Tanganelli now with it. He chips it out. Here comes Lindsay. Over to Dahlberg. Puck hops over a stick, but he's able to get it deep into the corner. 3 minutes remaining, period number 2. Dahlberg with it in behind. Pinnacle now cuts out, kept in by Cavanis. He misfired. Pinnacle now with it. They're coming out there left side, up over center, up over the blue line. Good play by Inganez to catch that pass through his feet. Puck along the board, several players in there battling, just inside the blue line. Lindsay's able to pop it out of there, and Pinnacle now with it. Here comes Pinnacle now, cutting through the middle. Lindsay able to get that out just over the blue line. He kicks it up through center ice area. That goal by Pinnacle was 98, Charles Gagnon. Assist was Finnegan Gill and Tanner Looker. Bannon chips it in. Puck hits a stick, comes through the center. Smith now with it in behind his own goal. Hits it up to Bannon on the half boards. Hits Helvik with it. He wasn't clear. Puck goes back out to center ice. And Pinnacle flips it over to the right side, bench area. And dumping into the zone and behind Gip comes over to her right. Smith with it there. Fires it up towards the point. Helvik dumps it over to Hiscott. Hiscott now coming down the left side over the blue line. Top of the circle, along the half board. Stops there, tried to hit Helvik with it. That went through. Helvik now with it out just through center ice area. Sends it over to Ewert. Ewert now up over the blue line. Dumps it in towards the goal, waiting for Guevara to get there. He tips it back to Helvik on the half boards. Helvik still has it. Over to Ewert. Ewert dumps it into the corner. That's intercepted. Ewert kept that in. Helvik Over to the cross side. Now it comes just out. Helvig now has it with. Coming through the middle. Got through a man there. Fires it in, right on, and there's no rebound, and Carlisle is going to hold on to that one with 40 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Pinnacle with the 2-0 lead.
I feel like it's been a little while since we've had a shot.
Yeah, there's, of course, with the power play, Pinnacle's definitely been carrying the play here a little bit. Mankey back to Ewart. Ewart goes across to Hiscott. Hiscott in the left point comes back in, top of the circle, fires it in. Rebound comes out. And Pinnacle's able to get there. Mankey hops on it. Fired a shot on goal that goes in behind. Chickling in there. Lopez as well. Puck comes back out to Hiscott. Hiscott fires a long shot in. Nice low one. Puck bouncing. Lopez has it. He's forced into the corner. Pinnacle now comes with it up with it in behind. Battle in there behind. Now they come up with the puck. Comes up to half boards. Pinched there by Hiscott. Sends it back to Schickling. Right out in front. And there goes the buzzer. And that's 2 periods in the books. Pinnacle with the 2-0 lead. Leading in shots 18-13. Trailing in shots 18-13. And we'll be back with the 3rd period in just a moment. Getting ready for period number 3 to begin. Pinnacle's had a goal in each of the first 2 periods. Shots were almost even in that last second one there. Coyotes with an 8-7 lead in shots. 18-13 lead in the game thus far, but Pinnacle leading in the scoreboard, which is where it counts. And they are now regrouping in their own zone. And Smith corrals the puck back in his own zone behind the goal, behind Gipp. Sends it up to Dahlberg. Puck bounced over, and Tanganelli tried to hit Lindsay with it. Pinnacle clears the zone. Smith sends it right into the Pinnacle bench. Just over the boards, as he was trying to bank it in off the boards and into the zone. Coyotes changing players. They're going to do a face-off at center. Helvig's out there with Guevara and Bannon. Helvig wins the draw. Gets it back to Ewart. Ewart hits Guevara now with it coming down the left side. Into the corner. Right in the front. Oh, Bannon saved there. Here comes Peck now back the other way for Pinnacle. Going down the right side, fired a long one in. Gipp scoops that one up, and she's going to hold on for a face-off. Good work by Guevara, centering the puck from the corner. Just a one-handed pass out to Bannon, who was charging in. And that was a good chance there for the Coyotes. Face-off to the left of Gipp. Pinnacle wins it, but puck picked up by Ewert. Ewert coming on the right side. He gets charged off the puck there, and Pinnacle now, Burt coming back the other way. Pinnacle in over the blue line. Tried to cut through the middle. Deep, just inside the blue line center area. Puck fired into the corner. Puck goes across the crease. And here comes Helvig now, down his left side. Puck rolling on him. And here comes Pinnacle back the other way. Cavanis forces that wide. Sends it over to the right side. Ewert with it there. It's got Helvig way down at the other blue line. Sends it off the boards to Helvig. His teammates are going off for a change. He had nobody to give it to. And Letty picks it up for Pinnacle. Fickling in there. He picks up the puck. Sharp angle, tried to hit Mankey with it. Went off his skate. Mankey back to Hiscott. Hiscott fires a low shot right on. Nobody there. Letty now takes it for Pinnacle. Here they now come up through center ice. Coming down the right side. Up over the blue line on Hiscott. Scott gets a stick on it, dumps it high down the ice into the Pinnacle zone.
That one almost hit the camera.
Yeah. There's a funny bounce off the boards. Cuts right into Helvig, fires it high, and Carlisle with the save just in the high chest neck area. He was able to hold on to that and shake that one off. So face off with 12.5 minutes remaining here in period 3. Just to the left of Carlisle. Pinnacle leading 2-0. Lopez trying to get it. Mankey kicks it toward the goal. Goes into the corner. Back to Inganez. That hits the skate. Schickling picked it up. Sends it over to Hiscott. Hiscott moves in top of the circle. Nice low shot just wide. Schickling picks it up on the other side. He reverses it back in behind the goal. Puck rolling. Lopez picks it up there. Mankey gathers it in. He tried to hit Inganez with it, but that was picked off by Taylor. Here comes Pinnacle now back the other way. Cutting through the middle. Backhander right on Gip. Pad save. Puck goes to the left side. Mankey with it there. Over the right D, back over to the left side. Pinnacle sends it back into the corner to the left of Gip. Send it around behind the boards. Is rolling there. Puck tipped, and here comes Inganez now. Fires it. Oh, pad save there. Inganez picks up the rebound in the corner. Dumps it in behind. Schickling's there. Schickling sends it around. Lopez is going to have to go after it. He makes his man miss. He's got it there. Dumps it off to Dahlberg. He can't get a hold of the puck. Now Lopez circles and picks it up. He moves into the middle. Still has it. Dumps it back to Schickling. That was intercepted. And here comes Pinnacle now back the other way. Good back check by Schickling. And Ewert off the boards. Here comes Schickling now down the left side. It's on his backhand. Centered it. Nobody there. And puck goes back into the zone as Smith is going to pick it up there inside his own blue line. Smith sends it up on the weak side. Pinnacle picks it up there. They go cross ice, D to D, deep in their own zone. Off the boards, down out through center. Puck rolled off Ewert's stick. He circles back, chips it off the boards and out. And here comes Lindsay now with it. Up through center, up over the blue line. Puck rolled off his stick. Tried to return it to Dahlberg. He's hooked. No call there. Lindsay now with it. Magnelli's in front. Comes back to the point. Hops over Smith's stick all the way back into his own blue line. He's able to get it up to Lindsay. Puck just inside the blue line. Smith's able to pick it up somehow. And he dumps it into the zone, but that's just short of the line for icing. So Coyotes are able to get a couple of players changed. Here comes Pinnacle now down the right side. Rolls into the corner. Ewert in after it. Pinnacle comes up with a puck, though. Coming around the other side. Tried to center it. Yep, cut that one off. And the puck is cleared down the zone, and that will be icing. I think we got a mouth guard on the ice down here.
Oh, yep.
9.5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Pinnacle with the 2-0 lead. Helvik, Guevara, and Bannon up front for the Coyotes. Face off to the right of Gip. Puck comes back. Pinnacle gets it over to the right side. They just dump it into the corner in behind. Hiscott chases his man in behind. Player goes down. Hiscott sends it around to Bannon. He's able to get it out just over outside the blue line. Pinnacle picked up the puck though. They were able to take it in, go cross ice, fire it in. That just missed the top corner. Puck along the boards. Scrum going on there. Helvik digs it out. There he comes around the other side. Helvik on his backhand coming out the left side. Puck kept in. Cavanis goes back after it. He now goes in behind the goal, sends it around. Bannon picks it up there. He's got it. Dumps it into the middle. Cavanis pokes away at that one. Cavanis lost it in his feet. Bannon off the boards, and Helvik's there with it. He tried to return it to Bannon. That was intercepted by Letty. Right in front. Yep, nice save there. Puck comes around. Kept not out, though. And now it's out. Helvik after it. Goes back into the corner as Hiscott's going to pick that up. He comes out the left side. Fires it off the boards and out. Schickling tried to get to it, just out of his reach. Helvik now picked it up. He has to wait for Schickling to clear. Zone is clear now. Helvik dumps it back to Hiscott. 8 minutes remaining here in period 3. Pinnacle leading 2-0. Puck goes all the way down, and that's going for icing. Coyotes need to get a few good shots with some rebounds.
Yeah, they're taking shots. They're just taking shots straight at the logo.
Face off to the right of Gip. Puck right in the corner. And she's able to cover that as she's got a lot of traffic in front. And is doing a job of clearing it.
I think that was one of those don't mess with my goalie
Exactly. So we'll do that draw all over again to the right of Gip. Pinnacle gets it back to the left D. They send it back into the corner. He's a player with tried to chip it right out in front. Back to the left D. Cross over to the right side. Good forecheck there by Coyotes. Puck goes off Mankey's stick. Now he's got it back, tips it up to Schickling. Schickling on his backhand, tries to get over to Mankey. Does. Mankey tried to trip it back. And that goes right into Carlisle. Just ran out of real estate. Schickling and Mankey going with the give and go. Had the right idea, getting the goalie moving back and forth, but just couldn't quite get the pass across. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Carlisle. Lindsay in for the draw. Pinnacle dumps it off the boards and out, and that's going to go all the way into the Coyote zone. Ewert picks it up there, comes out the left side. Pinnacle fires it in. Dahlberg with it there. He runs into traffic. A couple other players go down. Puck pops loose. Panganelli gets a stick on it. Oh, right in front. Scores! Off that deflection, Pinnacle was able to pick up the puck, and they had a man right in all alone, and he was able to deposit that into the net. So Pinnacle, with just under 7 minutes remaining, have a commanding 3-0 lead.
Yeah, those one-on-one face-offs are tough.
That was Gunnar Karup with that one. Smith has it. Sends it up to Helvik just inside his own blue line. Puck rolling. He has it now. Coming in on the left side. Returns it off to Guevara. Bannon tries to hit it towards the goal. Guevara now with the puck. Sends it back into the other side. Helvik's going to go after it. Gets a stick on it. Guevara picks it up there. He's got it. Here comes, oh, kept in by Hiscott. Puck rolling on him, bouncing across. And puck clears the zone now. Scott bumps his man into the boards. And Pinnacle now has it. They go D to D in their own zone as they're regrouping. Smith picks that up at center. Coming on the right side, fires it in. Nice low shot right on, and Carlisle's able to glove that one. Well, Coyotes have it in the Pinnacle zone for this face-off. Let's see if they can get a couple of whacks at it. Get one on the board. Start with that. Mankey's in for the draw. Schickling top of the circle. Now comes back to Ewert. Ewert tried to hit Lopez with it. Now he does. Lopez tried to clear it in front. Mankey there. Puck comes loose. Inganez fires that off a leg. Mankey gets a whack at it. Schickling gets a shot. Nice save by Carlisle. Schickling into the corner with it. Mankey gets cross-checked, taken down. No call there. Mankey still got it. And now Letty picks it up behind the goal. Coming out the left side. Ewert can't keep it in. Lopez tries to check his man. Puck goes in to Inganez and now in behind his own goal. Inganez has it up to Lopez. Here comes Ewert now in on the left side. Get Lopez with it. Lopez now circles into the side. Top of the circle, back at the point, off the boards to Ewert. Ewert returns it to Lopez. Lopez over to Ewert. Ewert takes it into the corner, is on his backhand. Mankey sends it right through the crease, comes back to Cavanis. He's able to dump that into Schickling. Schickling on the half boards, tried to send it over to Mankey. Over to Ewert, fires that in. That's deflected off a player into the corner. 4.5 minutes remaining. Good zone time here by the Coyotes. Schickling, puck goes off his stick into the corner. Pinnacle trying to clear it, intercepted by Schickling. Tries to cut it to his forehand. He's in behind, clears it out to Lopez, back to Ewert. Ewert, cross to Cavanis. He misfired. Puck goes off a skate. Oh, hit the referee.
Oh.
I think that was offside, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Heard quite a pop when that hit the referee.
Yeah. Going in, checking on each other.
So some good pressure on that last shift by the Coyotes. They need that and more. Trailing 3-0 with just under 4 minutes remaining. Scott sends it deep in the zone. Forechecking is Dahlberg. Forcing Pinnacle coming out the left side. Kept in by Smith. Tried to put it towards the goal. That's intercepted. Pinnacle now with it. Coming out the left side. Smith moves in. Good forecheck there. Lindsay chips it off the board. Smith goes in after it. Pinnacle sends it around to the far side. Tanganelli goes after it. Good job by Tanganelli. He's still got it. He's got Lindsay in front off his skate just out of the reach of Dahlberg. And Pinnacle now clearing it up through center ice. Pinnacle dumps it in over the blue line. Goes in behind the goal as Hiscott picks it up there. 3 minutes remaining. Coyotes trailing 3-0. Pinnacle now with it. Smith bumps his man into the boards. Hiscott takes the same man. Smith gets taken down with a stick between his legs.
Isn't that
Smith
normal?
tried to clear. Yeah, you kind of
Okay.
think so, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Smith went down. Pinnacle's stick between his legs. We're at a face-off coming down into the Pinnacle zone. Helvig's taking the draw, face-off to the right of Carlisle. Puck comes bounce all the way past Hiscott. Hiscott now regrouping in his own zone. 2.5 minutes remaining. Hiscott chips it up along the boards. And that goes off something into the Coyotes bench. So
what did that bank off of? One of the... I don't even know. It was a strange thud.
it was a kind of a metal ping there. I don't know what that went off. Retrieving a new puck. So with 2.5 minutes, so they're going to face off at center. Helvig out there with Lopez on the left, Bannon on the right. Ewert and Hiscott back on D. Pinnacle now tried to clear it, and they do. Puck comes back to Ewert. Ewert in his own zone. Goes across ice to Hiscott. Hiscott now coming up the left side, cutting through the middle. Dumps it off to Ewert. Ewert goes through his legs. Pinnacle dumps it to center where Hiscott picks it up. Lopez with it, gave him a nice target. Puck bounces, and now Ewert with it. He'll try it up through the middle. Pinnacle just scrambling with it. Puck rolls into Gip, and she covers up. And with 1:42 remaining, we will have a face-off in the Coyote zone to the right of Gip. Pinnacle short-handed at the moment. Guevara now with it. Coming in on the left side. Got Cavanis back at the D. Cavanis fired that in just wide. It comes all the way around. As far as it in. That was deflected almost right on the goal. Cavanis keeps it in. Coyotes on the power play. In over to Schickling. Puck just out of his reach. Puck comes around to Cavanis. Nice keep there. He sent it back into Guevara. Puck goes off his stick. He's got it in behind. Chips it across over to Schickling. Schickling tried to get it back to the point. That didn't connect, and here comes Pinnacle now. 2-on-1. Pinnacle in on the left circle. Fires that in. Good save by Gip. Rebound.
Ooh.
That goes just wide. Here comes Schickling now on the right side. Tries to go through the D-man. Goes into the corner. Centers it right across to Cavanis. Cavanis tried to hit a stick. And here comes Pinnacle now back the other way. 40 seconds remaining. Both teams at full strength. Pinnacle with the 3-0 lead. Mankey sends it over to Dahlberg. Oh, he got clipped there. Pinnacle with it. Coming in the middle. Gip, blocker save. Puck to the right. Puck is still loose. Puck goes into the corner. Kept in by left D. 15 seconds remaining. Puck now clears the zone. Pinnacle back in their own blue line. Skates it up through center. Fires a long shot in just to the left of Gip. Cavanis picks it up coming up the right side. Chips it off the boards. Here comes Tanganelli. And that'll do it, folks. Pinnacle with the 3-0 shutout. And Coyotes had 4 more shots, 26-22, but Pinnacle had 3 on the board. And that's what counts. And they are the victorious ones here today. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, everybody.